Well, this is not great. This is still great. Not a tree.
I know who you are, and I know what you did.
Hello, dear friend. I'm Erin from Enchanted Plant Queen, and let's get into this unboxing, shall we? It's finally the day that these Planterina Halloween plants arrive. Actually, here's what. Full disclosure, I ordered these plants and then decided it would be a good idea to take off to Hawaii the day before they were due to arrive. They were sitting out a few days longer than they should have been. This is water. Boring. Oh man, what are they doing at planterina.com? Okay, let's get into some rare alocasia action. Again, I can't believe how not shredded this plant looks. Wow, cutest wrapping here. So I ordered these with Planterina. You should never, ever, ever pay full price. So I got 4 of them today, and I ordered with a 50% off discount code and also a free shipping code over $50. So I've went a little nuts. Shock. I left for Hawaii Friday. The plants came Saturday morning. I arrived home Monday night. This is what the plant looks like. This Alocasia Melo, this is what it looks like. Not a blemish. Maybe this guy a little bit, but I mean, there's a new guy even. Look at this. There's a new guy happening. Wow. Okay. Okay, Amanda from Planterina. This looks like a brain. I've noticed frequently when I order these alocasias, and by the way, if you've killed many an alocasia, it's not you. These are difficult. They're always yellowing, they're getting spider mite, they're just fussy. I've noticed the mixture that comes with the Planterina plant, you usually do not have to repot for like quite some time. Okay, I'm a little bit dry here on the outside corners. The soil is kind of pulling away from the pot right there, and then that is how you're gonna know how much worse could this look. And this is a little plant too, so I am here for the weird vibes. Look at that pattern. Do not spritz. It will attract spider mites already, so you're really just asking for it if you're spritzing it. It does like a high humidity or high-ish humidity environment, but by all means, these live in my regular houseplant environment amongst Precious Plant Corner here with all my other aeroids. You don't need to do anything special or super fancy with this guy, but it is like a chunkier mix. You can let this dry out a bit in between. The roots don't like to be soggy. It will absolutely suffocate this plant. And I think that is where a lot of people get into trouble. And then make sure you wipe off the leaves to help any spider mites so that they do not make a home into your plant. I say it every time, but this is why I order from Planterina. These are hardy plant. They go through some sort of a Planterina plant boot camp. You're gonna get your money's worth. You're gonna get a beautiful plant. That's Halloween plant number 1. I thought they were for sure gonna be goners. Cheers! Let's move on to plant number 2. This is real exciting. If anything is gonna look shabby after waiting for my Hawaiian adventure to conclude, it's gonna be this one. Now, first of all, I wanna point out that this is mini. It was sold to me as a mini. These all have stakes in them, which you can use to prop up your other plants, your vining plant. Good to have a spare. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the bat flower. This kind of suffered a little bit down here. The rest of it, though, looks pretty good. There's a new little leaf here. How did I get so lucky that even though I abused these plants and made them wait outside for me like a jerk, this might be the epitome of what a Halloween plant looks like. That's what it looks like when it's blooming. The coolest, most goth plants ever. So because these were actually really inexpensive on the website, I ordered 2. But see, I have 1, 2, 3 really beautiful leaves. 1 leaf that looks like it may be suffering a little bit, and then like 1 leaf that is brand new and super cute. So the thing with these is, if you are an aeroid collector, you're gonna notice that these have the same requirements. So you can easily kind of tuck the bat flower, this tacca chantrieri. You may tuck this bat flower in with your other plant, and it's gonna love the same kind of conditions. If you don't have a humidifier, but you have a lot of plants, that's actually great. They are auto-generating a bunch of humidity and creating this humid little microclimate amongst themselves. They do also like an airier soil mix. Again, just like these guys do, heavy on the perlite. You can do some cocoa chips in there, a little bit of charcoal. Whatever you have in your aroid mix is gonna work great for these. When they bloom, watch out. So cool. So this is cute little guy number 1. Let's see what cute little guy number 2 looks like. I have been intrigued by this vat flower. I mean, I have never seen a flower that I've wanted more in my entire life other than the Naked Man Orchid. The Naked Man Orchid is so cool looking. Even when I went to Singapore and I went to their botanical gardens, they had a whole special orchid garden and they did not have the Naked Man Orchid there. And I can only find seed. If you can grow an orchid from a seed, more power to you. That's just not in my repertoire. All right, here's number 2. So cute. Maybe suffered here at the bottom a little bit, but I mean, I think the burning question is, how long does it take the bat flower to look like a bat? So the answer is it will bloom after it produces at least 2 leaves, so yay. And it can bloom up to 8 times in a year, which that's very exciting. I would like 8 blooms in a year. Fantastic. And it will bloom in summer through fall. Hey, wait a minute. We're fall-ish, so we'll just rehydrate these, let them de-stress. Like, surely this was a stressful journey for them. Overall, I am wondering if these are fast growers, how long it's gonna take them to flower. Cool, love. Last plant in our series of I went to Hawaii and left my plants sitting outside to fend for themselves, the Halloween special. This suffered a little bit. Oh no, I did this. Oh man, all is not lost. This probably looked great at one time. This is, or was, the Antoro Velvet, or Alocasia chienlii. Okay, here's what. Let's pretend that I didn't completely destroy this alocasia, which are fussy anyway. Oh yeah, this is dry as a bone. This is no fault of Planterina. This is completely my fault. It was poor timing. So I'm gonna rehydrate this plant. The coloring is so beautiful. Like this guy's trying. He's like, you know what? You can't kill me. Okay, I'm pretty sure that these leaves are not gonna be able to take a joke as far as being completely dehydrated, but I wish you could feel how velvety these are. This feels, it feels so nice. These are gonna have to just be cut off. This is a total loss. Total loss, maybe, but the fact that this guy survived and still looks so cool bodes well for the plants. I'm sure this actually came looking completely stunning, and it's my fault, and I have to take personal responsibility. I hope it was worth it. Womp womp. I'm just gonna go ahead and nip off the damaged leaf. I think these are Well, let's reflect, shall we, on what exactly went wrong here. So these guys, their leaves are gonna drop when they don't get enough light. That happened. It sat in a box 3 days longer than it needed to, than it should have. It got a little bit too dry because the soil almost completely dried out, which I wet it immediately now because, I mean, like, why torture this poor plant more than it's already been dressed? So I watered immediately. The thing is, a lot of these alocasias have very small, tiny roots. They're not very hardy. So you cannot tact this group of plants as much, especially this plant. This is like as sensitive as like the rest of these guys back here. Except for, you know what? Can I just make this one general statement? My Anthurium crystallina is like, these are like almost indestructible. And when you repot an Anthurium crystallina, it's such a gorgeous plant, but the roots are like spaghetti, bucatini. They're hardy looking roots. They're aggressive looking roots. These are like little fine babies. It's no wonder they're not going to be able to take a joke like that one does. If you water a little bit too much, if you forget to water a little bit, that guy's still gonna do okay. This guy, not so much. So he still likes humidity, which he did not get in the box, even though he's with other plants. He likes a lot of light. He did not get a lot of light. He likes to be a little bit moist, and he got completely dried out. So basically, I'm just asking for it with this plant. I cannot wait to see how this recovers and rebounds because it's so pretty. They start out like a green like this, and then they turn to this beautiful gothy black. This Alocasia Melo, though, if this plant was an animal, it would be an armadillo for sure. This is like a shell. You're not gonna mess this guy up so easily. But again, the yellowing is where Alocasia kind of goes wrong. It's not all bad. I mean, look, one survived. I don't think this is gonna rebound. My knee-jerk reaction for this is not an easy guy. Well, thanks for joining me on this very spooky plant edition. If you like plant unboxing tips and tricks, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. Do you have any experience with this Antoro Velvet? Let me know. I'm dying to know your experience with it. I would actually order this again, but I would not completely F it up. Another amazing Planterina unboxing. They nail it every time. I will continue to order all of these weird plants, but just when I think I'm out of weird plants to order from there, they come up with another one. So thank you, Amanda, and I'll see you next time.